Hi everybody, we are going to make mozzarella cheese today, and this is not something that I so much know how to do or have really ever done or I'm good at, but I got a 30-minute ricotta and mozzarella cheese kit from cheesemaking.com. That's the New England cheesemaking supply company, and it walks you through every step and provides you with everything you need except, of course, for the milk. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to learn together what you need to do. So the first step is that you get these rennet tablets. Don't ask me what rennet is because I don't know. But they come in your kit, and you only need about 1/4 of one. So I've already cut up about 1/4 of a rennet tablet, and I've added it to the water, the amount of water that it suggests. Then it asks that I take citric acid, which is another thing that comes in your kit. 1.5 teaspoons, and add it to the amount of water suggested. So here we go. Now I have poured a gallon of milk into a pot. It calls for an entire gallon of milk. This is the milk I use. I chose organic. That's not as important as making sure that you get milk that is not ultra pasteurized. Pasteurized is okay, but you got to make sure it's not ultra pasteurized. If it's ultra pasteurized, it's been heated up too hot, and it doesn't work for cheese. So, something to note. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the citric acid to the milk while I'm working on heating it up to 90 degrees, and it says I need to stir vigorously while I add it. So, if you want to come over here and watch this, I'm going to turn this on. This is all my milk, and the citric acid, I mean, if I didn't know that I'd already put it in there, it just looks like water. Okay, so I'm going to let this heat up to 90 degrees. How will I know that it's 90 degrees? Because your kit comes with a thermometer, which is great. I think cheese making is not the kind of thing where you need to guess about temperature. You need to get it pretty precise. So it's going to take me a little while to do this. It would be really boring for you to watch, so I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Tim here. I'm going to do the next section, and this is really easy. All you're doing is you're adding the rennet. So you're going to, we've heated this up to 90 degrees. We've taken it off the burner. Now we're going to put the rennet in, and we're going to mix it with kind of an up-down type motion. At least that's what the directions say. I don't know what that means. And then once we're done with this, mixing it, we're going to put the lid on and let it sit for 5 minutes, and it should have some kind of, it should be a curd and whey type thing after that. So that's all for this step. Catch you for the next step when we're going to see it after. Alright, so the cheese is sat for 5 minutes or so. We just put the lid on, just let it sit there for a little while. And now we're going to check it to see if it's ready. And I guess what you're looking for is for a separation between the curds and the whey. So the whey is going to be a clear substance, and the curd is going to be white. So if you can see the edge right there, it looks pretty good, I guess. So now we are going to cut the curds into, I don't know, just little...
You going all the way down?
Yeah, all the way down. I really don't know. Yeah, I think this is...
You're just making straight lines?
Yeah, we're going to do like a checkered pattern, I think.
Okay.
So we're just, you know... Alright, so then we're going to do the same thing going this way. It's interesting, it's actually like moving the whole... dish.
Look, it's one thing. Does it feel thick all the way down? Or just a little bit?
Can't tell.
Okay. Just curious.
So then what we do is we're going to put it back on the stove top and heat to 105. And when it gets to 105, I think we just let it cook for a few minutes. Yeah, we're going to heat to 105 and take off for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
And I think what you're supposed to do is we're moving the curds around, just kind of slowly.
You mean while we wait for it to heat up?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So, I think we're at like 70 or 80 now, so it'll just be a little bit of time.
Okay, so we'll come back after we have heated it, and then we're supposed to let it sit for a few minutes, right?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do that, we'll pour off the whey, and I guess we'll be at the step where we're going to microwave it. So that's the next big step. Right,
okay.
So it's been sitting for a couple of minutes. Remember we cut the curds and we just
heated it up?
Heated up and stirred it and let it sit for a few minutes so you can see the curds and the whey separated there. And now we're going to dump out or strain curds from the whey.
But very gently, right?
Yeah.
You're about to spill.
So, we strain that. Shoot the curds in there.
But we're not squeezing it.
And the next step is we're going to put this in a microwavable bowl. And right now it's kind of like tough. I don't know, it's interesting. So, this is our curds and whey, and I'm going to just use my hand to kind of hold some back. And we're going to pour some more out.
We're saving the whey, but to be honest with you, we're not sure why. Just in case we need it. Like I said, we don't make cheese, so...
Alright, so now we're going to microwave for 30 seconds, test it, microwave for 30 seconds.
And we'll be back when we reach... What is it that we're looking for as we do this?
Some kind of stringiness, like taffy, I guess, as we're trying to make it look like taffy.
Okay, so we'll be back when we've hit that magic point. We're in the middle of our microwaving session, and I have a couple of quick observations for you guys. First of all, when we first got started microwaving it, we were supposed to do it for a minute, but we figured that out while we were doing it. After every time that you put it in the microwave, you pour off additional whey. The instructions suggest that you put on rubber gloves because it's very hot. The only rubber gloves that we have are what we do dishes with, so we didn't want to use those. So Tim is the brave soul who's touching the cheese, and it's just getting hotter and hotter. So you might want to get some rubber gloves. That actually might be a good thing to have included in future kits. We got to get back to our cheese making. See you in a minute.
Alright, so we've been microwaving it. It's super hot, so that glove suggestion is a really good one that Tiffany had. And we're supposed to be pulling it out to kind of make it stretchy, and I guess the more we play with it, the harder it gets, and the smoother it gets. It's just really hard to do because it's so hot. Yeah, so you can see it's starting to get a little bit smoother. And I think once we get it to a smoothness that we like, we're going to put it in a water bath for a little bit to cool it off.
Get rid of that whey.
And then we'll be done.
What's a water bath?
I have no idea. I was going to put cold water over the cheese.
You mean, I don't get it.
Like you need to cool the cheese in. So that
You put the cheese in water?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, you're right. I think.
Yeah, this doesn't look anything like the smoothness that they suggest. And it's weird, like it's not that smooth, the big clump, but if I take a small clump and start stretching it, ouch, it gets...
Yeah, a lot better.
It gets better, but...
And you've tasted it already. What does it taste like?
I mean, it tastes like cheese.
Okay.
But
That's
it's just,
good.
I can't do this very well
without gloves.
Without gloves. Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, that looks better. It looks more like cheese.
That looks like mozzarella to me.
I don't know if I just need to do that for just little bits. And
I think that's a good idea.
So we'll just do that.
Okay, so you see the idea. It's not effortless, but it is pretty cool to see that you can do it. Gloves for sure are necessary. And I am certainly looking forward to eating this. Thanks everybody for tuning in.